There we go. Okay. So first car we're going to do for the day is BMW. So we're basically just going to do a stint each. See how it goes. That is going to be it. This stream. Okay. Boom. That. And we should be all good to go. Test drive. See what we got. Oh, my mic's all the way over here. Let's just move that in. There you go. Wait for this to load. Oh, I've got a new follower, that's fun. Got a new follower on TikTok. Love that. Alright. Oh dear. Moving on. Oh dear. Okay, we're nearly in. Nearly in. It's really taking a moment, isn't it? There we go, finally. Now we're starting to get closer. Nearly in. Nearly there. Gonna pop that in over there so I can see the chat. Just gonna do that. Bring this in. We'll go to there. Yeah, that works a bit better, doesn't it? Task manager. Going to do this quickly. iRacing simulator. Properties? No, not properties. Not what I want. Go to details, that's what I was looking for. Set priority, I. Access is denied. Okay, so it's not going to let me do that. Oh well. That's a shame. Really is taking quite a while to load. There we go. Right. So firstly, the setup we are going to use for the BMW Bathurst 12 hour. There's only one in there, so we're going to use the race stock. Basically all we're going to do, we're just going to run some laps. I am on the wrong steering input, so let's just change that. Oh my god. He doesn't like it. It's alright. Chill out, man. There we go, that's better. Alright. Seems pretty good. Just move that in all the way. I might just kind of adjust the cockpit camera for the Beamer a little bit. That is also much better there. Where am I looking? Cockpit J. So I'm not all the way in. Kind of want to be all the way in. Go like that. We'll go back slightly. Yeah, we'll go to there. That's much better. Perfect. Alright. Right. Let's go. The other thing I need up is my eye overlay. Can't forget that. So I know what I'm doing. I'll do a few laps. There we go. Gonna have a lot of grip. Well, we're not gonna have a lot of grip at the start. Then we'll get into it. Like that, yeah, that's better. Ooh. Okay, oops. I'll just pretend like that didn't happen. Wasn't really paying attention. God damn it. Right, now let's go. See, the problem with the BMW is there isn't really much place where you can see the tyre temp. See the tyre pressures, but you can't see the temps, which is a problem. Turn 2. Nice. So I'm not really sure what a good time is gonna be, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. While we're on cold tyres, let's just max out that traction control. Like so. It's really refusing to turn in. Did I hit the wall there? I'm not sure. I think I did. But wow, it was really refusing to turn in. Into the elbow. There you go, not too bad through there. Up towards the chase. There we go. Right, they should be fairly warm now. Drop the traction control a bit. Oops. I'm just gonna move this a bit. Okay, I guess it's not gonna let me. Never mind then. I wanted to move the fuel calc a bit, but it's not gonna let me do that for some reason. Also lifted quite heavily over the bridge, over the crest because of that. So this won't really be representative at all. As long as we don't crash, it'll be good. Yeah, we're not really pushing yet. We're just going for that consistency at first. Down the hill. That was nice through there. Okay, we can go a lot faster than that, don't worry. Just getting the eye in at the moment. I'm gonna have to leave it there. I'm gonna leave it in 5th. There we go. Nice. Oh, a little bit squirrely through there. That's ideal. A little understeery at the moment, definitely feeling like it. And that might be something I change later on. But it does feel fairly understeery. This is going to be a fairly alright lap. Obviously, nowhere near yet. But I think if we can sort of be near the 203s, that's what I was doing in the Mercedes. If we can be near the 203s, then I think I'll be happy with this session. That was a 5.4, 5.5.
How you doing in there, kid?
I'm going to drop the traction control again. I'm going to drop the brake bias by a click, by 2 clicks. And I'm using 3.37 litres a lap on average at the moment. We'll get a better reading of that once we do a few more laps. That was nice. That's flat, nice. I'm actually going to leave it. Yeah, that kind of works better. I left it in 4th there. That was actually quite nice. Oh, I'm going to get a big understeer though through there. There you go. It's a little light over the crest there. I think I'll go back up one more on the traction control. One more up on the brake bias. Over the crest. And then down towards final corner. This is going to be almost an identical lap to the last one we just did, so that's quite funny. Actually, no, I'm going to be quicker, just. Just quicker. 5.4. Still a lot of time to find, but yeah, now that the tyres are nice and warm, I should be able to find that time. So I'm going to go for a push lap now, rather than a cruise lap. Make sure all the dirt's off the screen. Still using 3.3 litres on average. That's good to know. We'll compare that with the Mercedes and the Ford once we get to those cars. There we go, nice. And up to the cutting. Leave it flat, be brave, there you go. And now I'm going to leave it in fourth to keep that flat, there you go. And then, oh, still getting understeery, oh, through the skyline, damn it. That's a wall, oh man, I got too braved. I think it's going to be a little crunched. I don't think I have a damage report assigned. There's damage. Yeah, I don't think I've got it binded. Damn. Oh man. That will just pull over. That was not great. Just made a little mistake there. I just got, yeah, too much on the curb. Did it break the car at all? Oof. I mean, it was a big enough hit. Yeah, it was a little broken. Yeah, just slightly. Yeah. It's done some aero damage to it, so that is not ideal. But yeah, like leaving it in, you know, you saw it work there. Leaving it in fourth, going up the hill, actually worked quite nicely. Managed to keep the car flat. You saw it there. Got a little bit out of line, but apart from that, that was... To leave it in fourth there, I think is probably the right idea. That curb, I mean... The curb will do that in any GT3, so that is just a fact of the matter. That's always going to happen if you do that. So, I'm going to make a setup change. Garage, please, thank you. Wing setting, aero balance. I'm going to go up 1 degree. That's all I'm going to do. And then we're going to go out again. Yeah, that looks about right. The other thing I want to do, actually, before we keep going... I would like to try and change the LED display on my wheel. No profile loaded. How do I load a profile? Where is my user profile? My profiles. Create a new profile. iRacing. Save. Now we go to... Hold on. LED but according to user profile. So we go back here. Then we go to iRacing, running. Native game support. And now how do we change this? He's trying to take out support. Marker's done. That is not what I'm looking for. I mean, like, it should just be in here. Auto preset. Maybe if I do that instead. That is something we can come back to for later. I just gotta... Hold on. There it is. Oh, whoa, chill out. Don't want to do that. Turn the fan on. Then we're just going to open up the windows in here. There you go. Much better. Get that cord out of the way. Alright. Try this again, shall we? So I've only got up one click on the downforce, but that's all I'm really going to need. Let's get back after it. 054 to beat, optimals are 47. Oh, hold on, I've not moved my microphone back. There we go, that's better. Alright, let's see what we can do, shall we? Oh, she's understeering on cold tyres. Whoop. Oh my god, okay, hold on, let's just do that again. Yeah, I don't think I'm a fan of this BMW at the moment around here. Give me a moment, let's try this again. Get a few more laps in now. Also, another thing to keep noting is the fuel. We're using 3.38 litres a lap. Gives us about 30 laps. That's interesting. Up towards turn 2, hard on the brakes. Oh god, it's understeery. Don't think I have a brake, but an ABS set. That is something I'm going to have to change. That's my clutch button, making sure that works. Up we go, towards the top. Obviously outlap is going to be hella slow while we're on the cold tyres. Up to 5th gear, just for precautions, so we don't spin out. And then you want to be turning in very early for Skyline. That's the mistake I made when I went off and hit the wall. It's because I didn't turn in early enough. Down the hill. 2nd gear. And floor it a bit. There we go. Not bad. And we're going to drop down the hill. So obviously I'm going to be a little slower on the straights, just because I've changed the aero balance a little bit. But it'll help us going over the mountain, definitely. There we go. Oh my god, that was loose. Might need to turn the force feedback down a little bit for the BMW. Quite aggressive. Into the final corner. We'll see how this lap goes. The tyres aren't quite warm, but we'll see how it goes anyway. It should be okay. They are green, so we'll see. Oh wait, that was the brake bias I've just changed, not the TC. Back up to where we want to be. TC down to 5. Now let's go. So yeah, already you can see I'm a little bit slower on the straights. It's down probably about 0.5 of a second. And through turn 2. Up to the cutting. 2nd gear. And away we go. 4th. So I mean, even on lap 2, I'm not as quick, but you can still see it's fairly easy to drive. See the left-handers. Up to 5th for Skyline, and then getting it turned in early. That was much better. Second on the way in. Nice. Okay, that was good. A little bit of a correction into the elbow. But the car does just get light over there. It's really easy to mess up. Down the hill. Jesus Christ, that stupid fucking door. Scared the life out of me then. Into the chase. Didn't want to be in second gear there. I didn't really have a choice. The car wasn't going to turn in otherwise. Alright, but that is a flying lap under the belt. Now the tyres should be much better. So we're going to go for a lap. Used 3.38. Oh no, 3.39 on that lap there. Into turn 1. You want to use that curve. Nice. That got the car rotated nicely. Yeah, you can see him losing that time down the straight. So it's about half a tenth slower on Mountain Straight, roughly. Third gear. Nice. Still braking a bit too early for the cutting. And it's getting quite loose as you head up the hill. Ooh, you saw it there, yeah. Saw the way it got really loose coming around that corner. There you go, that was about as best as I've taken it so far through Skyline. And you saw how much time I gained. I'm going to go up one more on the TC. We're going to go back to 6. Coast through there. Don't hit the wall. That was bad. And then down the hill. Up towards the chase. Just clip the grass a little bit. You can take a little bit of liberty there. Second on the way in. I'm actually going to improve on that lap. That is a miracle.
5.4, 6, 8. That was a really good lap.
Actually, I think that was exactly the same as what I had done previously. Second gear on the way in. I'm going to gain a lot of time on this straight. I'm going to go back down on the brake bias. Just trying to find that best balance. There you go. That was also much better. And that was the best I've taken the cutting so far as well. Yeah, we're flat through there. Swinging out wide. And then just a dab of the brakes over the crest so we can get it turned in. Don't think I'm confident in going down to first gear for the dipper. We'll leave it in second. Second gear. The elbow. And a much better run out. So using 3.4 average at the moment. Into the chase. There you go. Nice. Nicely done. That was much better. It's exactly what I wanted. Into the final corner. Gonna brake late. Could probably even brake later than that. Just maybe. And across the line. That's a 4.4. So it's getting better. Second gear. That wasn't great through there that time round. Fifth. I'll actually try going up to 6th. What does that do? Not much. Not much difference. Let's turn 2. It did help it get turned in though, a little better. Ooh. It was a bit too close to the wall for my liking on the outside. I'm going to go back down on the traction control. Just going to be constantly adjusting that. Downshifting over Skyline, definitely not the way to go there, but I thought I'd try it anyway. Using some of that curve. And first gear through the dipper, maybe. Please stop. Okay, that was okay through there. Wasn't great, wasn't terrible. And head up to the top. Crossing that white line, we always do. And missed the corner, damn. There we go, so we're now on what lap? We've got about 10 laps now. That was a 4.8. So not good. Steering wheel looks upside down. I don't think it is, Tyler. Don't think it is. Maybe the camera's is backwards again. That might be what it is. Maybe. And hard braking. Oh, not bad. That was okay, but yeah, I'm still losing a bit of time on that mountain straight at the moment. Get it turned in. It's probably one of the best times I've taken it. Not the best, but it's up there. But 4 on the traction control now that the tyres are warm seems to be the optimal point. That's going to be flat. Keep it flat. And then a dab of the brakes over the crest. Get on the power early. There you go. Nice. Second. First. There you go. That was really good. Into the elbow. That was just Cal last night when he flipped. Yeah, well, I guess your wheel would be upside down when you're upside down with it. Oh, over the crest, that was good. So I'm still 2/10 up on this lap. I think it's really just because I aced the dipper. That's where a lot of the time has come from. I'm sort of matching myself through sector 1. That was pretty average through the chase there. And then second gear on the way in. That was okay. So that's going to be a 10th improvement. It's going to be a 4.3. Not too bad. Second gear on the way in. That is one of the best runs I've had yet through turn 1. That was really good. This sets us up nicely for the rest of the lap. What we can do, but yeah, like I said, if we can just get into the 3s for the BMW, then I will be happy. Third on the way in. Not my best line. Up to 4th. Get it turned in. Second. There you go. Bit better again. And then up, climbing up the hill. Keep it pinned. Keep it pinned. Be brave, and then leave it in 4th gear. Swing out to that wall. Get it turned in again. And now up to 5th. And now, I did go down to 4th there. I didn't want to. Didn't want to, but it's okay. That's gonna work, kind of. Second. And out we go. That was bit average. Here's the elbow. Oh, that is about as much as you can test the limits there. That was very close. Still using about 3.4 litres average at the moment. 3.4 litres a lap. Down towards the chase. Through you go. Got on the anchors. And somehow I'm going to gain just a little bit of time. It's going to even back out. And there you go, across the line. That is going to be another improvement. It's a 4.2.
Well, that was a great lap, bud. Keep it up.
And away we go again. Hit the brakes. Doesn't allow you really to go down to second gear through there, so good to know that isn't an option. Second. Oh, I slid out a bit. That wasn't great. That did cost me a bit of time. I'm actually going to go up to 5th. Yeah, okay, so you can leave it in 5th. Dab the brakes over the crest. And through you go. There we go, going to gain a bit more time. Now's the second. Ah, man. Kind of messed that up slightly. Still a 10th up at the moment. But now we're getting, now that the fuel is starting to drain out a bit, and we're starting to get just a little bit faster. Just a little bit faster. Now the car was not happy with turning in there, didn't really want to. Gonna go down on the brake bias again. Tenth and a half gain.
Damn dog, that was a good lap right there.
And I've messed that up. That was not great. Gonna lose, yeah, about a 10th and a half with that first corner. Down the crest, there we go. Anchors. Lean off the brake so you can get that turn in. That's what the brake bias is for. 2/10 down at the moment. Oh, not too bad. You really want to push it to the limits with the revs just to get that pace. Oh, there you go. Better. Oh, I didn't really want to turn that time. It's going to cost me a bit of time. And I've really cocked that up. Oh, I don't know how I'm not in the wall. I got way too brave though. Jeez, that was big. Heart in mouth moment. Yeah, went way too hot into the dipper there. Trying to gain that time back. So let's not get sucked into that again, because that'll really mess you up. Down the crest, down the hill. And over the line we go back in time. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Into the chase. I'm just going to go easy on the tyres for a moment. Bring them back into a decent window. Alright, let's go. Pardon me. And away we go again. Let's try this. Hopefully this is the lap that gets us into the 3s. We'll see how we go. Late braking. About even. Half a tenth down. Not too bad. Down the hill. Really revving it up. Dragging out those shifts. And once again a bit slow through turn 2. Oh wow, look at how much time I've gained by doing that line. That was good. Fills me with a bit of confidence. Swing out wide. And get it turned in. There you go. Very nice. Second. Basically, I'm like matching myself now. In most places. That was much better. Really nice line through there. Now down the hill. We're looking for a 0.13 improvement to go into the 3s. That's what we need to go into the 3s. This could be it, but we'll see. Cross the line. Hard on the brakes. Actually going to go down to second. That should hopefully get me the drive out of the corner. There you go. The final corner. Ah, I got an off track right at the end. Damn, that's a 4.1. And yeah, I'm not convinced with this BMW. It's not good around here. We'll try the Ford next, but nah, this ain't it. This ain't it. We'll go up a bit more. We'll do one more lap. We'll continue this lap and then I'll call it there. Through we go. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the BMW. It's too understeery on cold tyres. It's too understeery on normal tyres as well. Especially on the setup I'm using, and the aero balance is all off. As soon as you go up by a click, you're just slower on the straights, and like convincingly slower. So, oh, hold it. I'm not gonna hold it. Wow, what happened there? I am not sure what happened there. But that's a big one. What did I do? Did I get on the curb? Yeah, that was it. Turned in too early, got on that curb, and then dead. Clipped the wall a bit. I was never saving that from a certain point. But okay. So I was using 3.4 litres on average in the Beamer. Best time was an 0.41. Because I've already done the Merc, we're going to go try the Mustang now. That's what we're going to do. Beamer. Yeah, let's go drive. We'll drive the Mustang now. Deary me. Mustang. Ford. Mustang GT3. There we are. Same conditions. Don't need to change the conditions at all. Let's try this. There you go. Race results. What's going on here? Daytona and P Cup sounds rough. Okay, so just quickly. First of the cars. Oh no, never mind. Actually, we're going to jump in to the Mustang right now. That works better, doesn't it? Do I have that all set up? Yeah, that looks fine. Oh dear. Pardon me. Alright, let's see what we got. Bathurst 12, there you are. That looks like it. 6 degrees, 110 litres. Yeah, gear stack FIA. Alright, let's go. Let's see what we got here. This should be... I'm hoping that this will be better than the last car, but we'll see how we go. We will see how we go. Definitely a lot grippier straight out of the gate. You can already feel that grip. Need the traction control on the brake bias at normal. Oh, very understeery on the colds. So we did a 4.1 in the BMW. See how much quicker we are in this. I feel like this could go either way. It's gone that way. Oh man, that's a big one. God damn it. God. Just got on that curb on the cold tyres. Yep, hooked. Big hits as well. Alright, it's all good. We'll go again. We will try this again. Not... Whoa! What the hell happened there? Actually, one thing I am going to do. I'm just going to move the cockpit camera back slightly. Go... there. I'm going to move it back a bit. Yeah, that's much better. I'm going to do that. Boom, perfect. Yeah, cool. It's much more what I want. We can actually see the tyre temps now, compared to the BMW. I'm gonna weave to warm them up. They're starting at 42 degrees Celsius, so we'll see what they get to. The Merc normally gets to about 70 degrees at the end of its outlap. We'll see how close the Mustang gets to that same figure. Into the cutting. We're already at 50 degrees and we've done a third of a lap. Fourth up the hill. Try not to spin again, but yeah, that is going to be a place to watch out for. There we go. Oh, it's a little understeery over the top of the mountain, I have to say, at the moment. Into the dipper. But yeah, it is going to warm them up quite nicely. A little bit of a correction again. And away we go down the straight. We're at 58 at the rears, 59 at the front, 60 degrees at the front now. Get these warm. But yeah, so they're heating up quite nicely, the Mustang tyres. Whoa! Oh, I thought I had that saved. Oh, and I hit the wall too. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. You know, I'm hard on the brakes. but because of the ABS it just doesn't do anything. The brakes don't do anything because of the ABS. Yeah, I hit that curb, didn't I? That's what caused it. Bam. Unsettles the car. Thought I had it saved. Around you go. It's on the brakes the entire time, but you just can't pull it up. Let's try this again. We do need to get a lap in the Mustang. But that tyre warming stuff in the Mustang is not too bad. And it is, although it doesn't feel great, it's a lot quicker than the BMW on cold tyres, which is a bonus. Up we go. Fourth. What lights are these? These look funky. Got some new lights on my wheel. No, not again. I'm sick of this. Damn it. To look down at my wheel for 2 seconds to look at something, and I'm gone. Down we go. I just got no grip through there. 6 on the TC to make that better. There you go. Right down the hill. Obviously it's quite nice in a straight line, the Mustang, and it absorbs the bumps quite well compared to the BMW, so that is a bonus around here for sure. Obviously it's quite a bumpy track. You can hear the air coming out of those brakes at the moment. Right, let's see what we can do. Lap 1. Remember, the goal for this test is a 4.1. That is the goal. Second on the way in. That was nice. I'm also going to be looking out for the fuel too. 5th. Down the hill. We're at 70 degrees on the tyres, so that is, obviously it's not near the optimum, but it's a good start. I'm already on lap 2. This Mustang feels nice. The short shift up there, or I had to back off the power slightly. Oh, it's very understeery. But it already feels quicker than the BMW. Like, already feels quicker. Which is good. Very good. into the elbow. Down the hill. Dropping down towards the right-hander. That was nice. Third gear on the way in, and instantly on this second lap it's a lot more behaved than the Beamer was. Second on the way in. So that was a 6.5 on my first lap. That's only going to get quicker. Only going to get quicker. There you go. Ah, shit. Pushing too hard, pushing too hard. Damn. God damn it. That's a shame. So I was getting into a rhythm there. Yeah, just too much throttle. Ouch. And then the other thing I want to do... let's have a go in the Mercedes actually. What time is it? 2:05, yeah. We'll come back to this tomorrow, but I just want to do the Mercedes before we end off. Mercedes. Mercedes. Where is it? Back up here somewhere. Mercedes. There we go. Same conditions. Okie dokie. We'll see how this goes. All right. Try this again, shall we? Mercedes. I'm thinking that this is probably going to be the best. I did some practicing it earlier. It's definitely going to feel better. I reckon. That is the Monza combined setup. It's not what I want. I want the Bathurst 12-hour. Here we go. Let's try this again. Boom. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Straight out of the pits. Now where are those tyre temps? They're down there somewhere. straight away into turn 3, it's so much more planted. A little bit of a wiggle. So my... See how planted it is over the crest already. This is my outlap, for crying out loud. And look at how much better it is. Turns in miraculously well there. Session best lap. We'll bring that back up now. But already you just see how much better this car is. Nicely done through there. Let's go for a lap. What lap was that coming out of the pits? That was a something or other. Light on the brakes into turn 1. Don't need to push just yet, but we'll get to that stage. Down the hill. Second gear works well there. That was nice. Swing out wide, cut back in. Fourth on the way up. Getting a little squirrely, but that's not too bad. Not as bad as the Mustang and the BMW. Or once again, losing it slightly. But like I said, we don't need to be pushing on the outlap. Or on my first flyer, I should say. Third, second. Go. Optimal at the moment is saying 207.68, 0.608. There we go. Getting it turned in. Second gear. And away we go. Going to be a first lap. Optimal is still a 207.3. Second gear on the way in. What kind of lap is it?
6.9.
It's a 6.9 first lap. Oh, let's see. I'm going to press on. Like I said, if we can get into the 3s, then we'll be good. That's what we need to be doing. Third gear, much better now that we're on slightly warmer tyres. Nice. That was really nice. Swinging over the hill. Oh, big correction again. And again. Oh my god. Definitely fighting the edge with the car at the moment.
And down the hill again. Nice. Using 3.61 litres average a lap at the moment. But if this lap goes the way I want it to, then this could take me into the 4s nearly straight away, which is very encouraging. Took second gear through there. Boom, cross the line. 5.1, much better already. Like, it took a lot of time to find the time in the BMW. This is just finding it immediately, which is really good to see. Third gear on the way in, on the way out as well. Now this is the important part of the lap, because you need to set yourself up with a good run going over the mountain, because a lot of it is flat. And oh wow, what a save! Oh my god, I had to take a hand off the wheel there to get that back, but blimey Charlie, that was good. That was a good save. It's kind of ruined the rest of this lap though, but we'll see how quick it is. It's cost me about a second, give or take a few tenths, but that was a monstrous save there. Really thought I was going in the wall. You can already see how much more confidence I can take with this car. God, it's muggy. And then over the up towards the chase. Third gear. Yes, definitely third gear. Gives you that traction on the exit, but not too bad at the moment. Gonna slam down the gears to the final corner. So even with that save, I was 8 tenths slower than my best, which means it's a 6.0. It goes to show this car is still quick. There we go. We're actually going to go up to 11 TC. And we're going to go down 1 on the brake bias. The optimals are 4.8. Through turn 2. Nicely done. Nice. Oh shit. Oh. It's that same snap of oversteer again. Oh man. Man. God damn it. God.
Yeah, our straightaway speed's gonna be hurting here.
Just got that snap. Oh, it's a big snap. Like, dear lord, that's a big hit into the wall. Right there, bang, oof. That is several big hits. As you can see, it's crabbed both wheels straight away. Yikes. But yeah, oops. I can't, my mouse is all kinds of broken. What the hell's going on? There we go. But yeah, so it's just getting on that. I don't even think I necessarily got on anything. It was just Just broke traction. Yeah, you can see that spark. Where is it? Playing slow motion. There it goes, it bottoms out. That's when it starts to break traction, and then it was a fairly hefty correction that I had to make, and that's what threw it in the wall. If you can look at the... Hold on, what's my FOV at now? 88.8, but like if I zoom out, so let's have a look at the steering wheel, right? You can have a look at this. What's the steering wheel? On the way in, that's a very violent correction that I've made to try and keep it on the track, and that has thrown it straight in the wall. If I go back to the previous lap, here, I think. Just trying to find the one where I had a similar moment, but I managed to keep it. About here, was it? It was at this corner. No, it wasn't this lap. Okay, it was the next lap then. What lap am I on? Hold on. It's lap 1. This is lap 2 now. But this might be it. No, okay, so it's the next lap. Next lap after this. One moment. Into the right-hander. Oh, into the left-hander, sorry. That was good. Getting a little bit loose over the bump. And then this is it. Like that. That is a huge save. Huge save. But I've used the same setups for each car. Which is the... what are they? Hold on, go into the setups page. Setups, Bathurst 12 hour, the MC ones, these setups aren't it. They are not good. But a little bit of learning, I'm going to go do something else now. Catch you all later for trivia, but yeah, so that's good to know. But yeah, you saw how big that save was. Those setups just aren't good. They just aren't good. Oh, that's big. That is mega save. But there we go. So I'm gonna leave it there. There's my